Hello, it is Mr. Nippert here, and we've got a couple of options for you to make split screen videos, and here is one of them. So we found this open source software called OpenShot that you can download onto your Chromebook. It's about 350 megabytes, so it's not a very large application at all. So hopefully it won't be any type of issue for you. So what we're looking at here is I was messing around with it, trying to see what maybe best practice would look like, and now I'm going to kind of show you through the steps here. So you'll have to download it, and then you'll get it set up, and then we'll go through these steps. So here's OpenShot. Let me just start a new project. I'm not going to save my project here. So we'll go to open up OpenShot. This is the screen you'll see once it opens. So it right here where my mouse is, that is the viewer window where you'll watch your movie playback or your video or whatever. Over here is project files. So when you drag something in, like you take a video, you drag it in, that's where that is going to be. And then here are some tracks that you're going to have the ability to utilize to create your video. This is a cool program because you can make some of the split screen type of things. You can make those 4 video type of things that you might have seen on the internet. So let's just pull in 2 of my videos. I got one right there, one right here, of me just snapping, so you can kind of see what that ends up looking like. So here's one, and all you've got to do, so I dragged them in right directly into the program. They're in the project files part of it. I can click on this one. I can see I selected that, or I selected this. You can change the title if you want. I don't really mind whatever it is. I'm really like this. So I'll drag this one, and I'll just drag it into track 5. So take this, drag it over. There we go. And then we've got the other one. You're going to drag your second video file onto a new track. So they're not going to be on the same track. They're actually going to be one on top of the other. Okay, so I'll take that one. I'll drag that one to just around to track 4. Okay, so if I scrub right now, what you'll notice is you can't tell that I have 2 videos on the screen. So what we've got to do is we've got to make them separate. And some editors are pretty complicated, but this one has a really simple functionality. So I just go to track 5, my first video, I'll right click it, which I just did, and I go to layout, and then here are my options. I'm going to choose top left, and it just moves my video up to the top left. I'm going to go to my second one, right click it, go to layout, I'm just going to choose top right. Of course, this isn't like your perfect side-by-side amazing looking video, but this will do the job. And if we want to get that side-by-side video, we can. The way you do that is you right click it. Instead of choosing first I would choose layout and move it like that, then you can choose transform, and that'll actually let you drag, but you don't have to worry about that. That's like a whole extra step. This what I'm looking at right here, that will actually that'll do the job. Okay, so what we've got here now is we've got 2 videos on the same screen. If I play it, check it out. Now my videos aren't in sync with each other, so we've got to figure that out. So there's a couple ways we can do it. First thing I want to do is I want to actually zoom in so I can see the video in a little more detail. So I'm going to click zoom in a couple times, and I'm going to scroll over, and now I can see my clips a little better so I can kind of get more exact. So now I've zoomed in, and the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go here to track 4. I'm just going to drag this clip out of the way just for right now, and I'm actually going to find the point at which my snap starts in the first clip. There's 2 ways you can do it. One of them is just a guess and check. I just drag until it works. One of them is find the snap and then do what I'm about to do. So I guess we can try guess and check first. So if we're doing it like this and we're watching it snap. So my second video is slightly behind, and so I'm going to just try to drag this just a little bit. I can use this playhead to mark it. So I drag the playhead right here that I'm circling with my mouse. I can just drag, I can move wherever I want and then move my clip to it, and that's probably the easiest way to move your clip around. So let's see if we're lined up. Oh, no, I'm way ahead. So let's back up. I think I actually need to move the second clip. Uh-oh. Anyway, so I don't want to waste a ton of time doing that, but that's the guess and check method. You can zoom in, you can just drag it until you think you get it correct. Here's a way that I'll pitch to you. If you want to try the guess and check, do it. This way I think is easier. So what I'll do is I'll take the second clip, I drag it out of the way. I go to the first clip and I'll play it. Boom, that's where my snap starts. So I actually watch and listen at the same time. So I'll go, that's the snap. And then what I'll do is I'll go here to these scissors, and I just give it a little cut right there. That way, right where that cut is, that's the snap. Then I'm just going to take the playhead, I'm going to drag it over here, and I'll figure out where my snap is. Oh, there it was. So I back up just a little bit so I get my snap. Click on the scissors, cut it right there. Cool. And then what I want is so you can see where my mouse is. This is the point at which I snapped the second time, and this is my first snap. So I want those two to be in a line. If I were to just drag everything back, it wouldn't line up. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to delete this. So that way my snaps are going to start right together. So you're cutting out the beginning, that dead space before you started your performance. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, then performed. So right here, now we can see what we got. And what you can hear there, it's not perfectly exact, but I could go back and I could try to fine tune it. I would suggest doing it this cutting way, but the guess and check method also works, and I can zoom in a little bit more, it looks like, yeah, all the way down to the 1 second point to really try to fine tune where that snap happens. Okay. Once you get done with your video, right up here, I see this little red button. If you click on that, that exports your video, and you get to choose where it goes. So you can choose somewhere in your system, and then over here you can choose what format your video is in. Just leave it in MP4. That format will work just fine for us. You'll click export, and then it's just going to be placed wherever you chose. Okay, and then from there you can send it to us. All right. If you have any questions about working through this process, let me know. The download from the website is very simple. It's on the website. I'll even show it to you. I'll cut to it right now. So here I am on the website. Once you get there, I just click on the word download. It's right at the very top. It'll take you right here. And it has a Linux download, a Windows download, whatever works for your setup. If you're a coding person, you can check out the source code. That's cool. Let me know if you have any questions about about OpenShot or any of the ways you might want to use it. But it's pretty intuitive and hopefully pretty simple use for you, and hopefully that'll work out awesome. All right, get on those split screen videos. Hey.